Why did William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, decide to make a phone call to the former president, that is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, after all the mistreatments that the government gave him? Welcome back to Vana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Hussein Mohammed, that is the government spokesman, wrote on his tweet that William Samoei Ruto had a conversation together with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, his predecessor, on a phone call. And that is what I want us to talk about. I want us to look at it that why is it that William Samoei Ruto decides right now to call Uhuru Kenyatta after all the treatment that they gave him? And one thing I know very well is that, okay, I was expecting when William Ruto took power, I was expecting William Ruto to treat Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta in the best way possible, simply because that was the only, that is the way, and that is where he is also heading to. So, you know, for you to be treated best, or for you to be treated in a better way, you are supposed to also to treat someone better, because the same place where that person is where you are heading to. Especially in this scenario, I was expecting William Ruto to treat Uhuru Kenyatta in a better way, simply because he is also going to retire, and after his retirement, he will be treated better. But we have to understand something, that the way he has treated Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, no matter what is happening, no matter the reconciliation right now, that is the same way the person who will take over power after him will treat him. We had KANZE, that is the former government spokesperson, exposing William Ruto and his government for the way they've been mistreating Uhuru Kenyatta and pretending as if everything is okay, saying things that are not to be said.
And for 2 years, we've not received budget allocation. True, we've been quiet because we've been communicating with the same state house that has refused to communicate with the office of the third retired president. We didn't say anything. This conversation about benefits to the third retired president act were first done by the office of state house. They are the ones who came out with this story and said how they are doing what and ABCD and ABCD. We only came out as the office of the third retired president to set the record straight. And what we are saying is that whatever has been said has been done has not been done. We have given evidence to show that it has not been done. It is not our intention, Olive, for us to be in the banter, in the media, back and forth with State House. Our position at this point in time actually is, if the government is clearly coming out to say that they will not support and they will not enact the Retired President's Benefits Act, according to the third retired president, according to what the law says, let them come out clearly and say, we are not going to do it. What about your...
She was even saying that the government have not paid them. They've not been paid by the government. To look at the possible reasons why William Ruto decided today to call Uhuru Kenyatta. But before that, let me read for you what Hussein wrote in his tweet about concerning the call that Uhuru Kenyatta, that William Ruto made for his predecessor earlier this morning. This is what Hussein was saying. This morning, President William Ruto had a conversation with his predecessor in office, the fourth President Uhuru Kenyatta, regarding concerns about facilitating the functioning of the retired president's office. Now, that is Hussein, the government spokesperson. So I want us to look at the possible reasons why William Ruto decided to communicate to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta on a phone call. But what I know, according to me and according to my understanding, is that William Ruto did not call Uhuru Kenyatta simply because he wanted or because he was willing to call him. But rather he called him because of the circumstances. He called Uhuru Kenyatta because of the circumstance, because of now the situation, the way the situation is right now. That is why it forced him to call Uhuru Kenyatta to talk things out after being exposed by KANZE. Now, there are some of the reasons why that I think William Ruto decided to call Uhuru Kenyatta. Number one is this. William Ruto sensed that there is this fear that is coming from the mountain, and the people of the mountain have started asking themselves a lot of questions, because there is no way we can say that when Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was in power, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was wrong. At the same time, right now, there is no way we can say that Rigathi Gachagua, coming from the same Mount Kenya, where Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta came from, is also wrong. And the only person that is right is William Ruto. So that is where now people have started asking themselves a lot of questions, that how comes William Ruto is the only right person? And the people that were against Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta by then are the same people that are against Rigathi Gachagua now. But being controlled by only one person. So that fear of what will these people of the mountain sense, or what will they say after realizing that I'm using there is a tactic that I'm using, or after realizing that there is a way that I want to treat them. I think so. It's like let me talk to these guys so that they don't question me too much. So number one, I've told you about the fear of the people of the mountain, that there is no way Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was wrong. At the same time, Rigathi Gachagua is wrong. And the people that were saying that Rigathi Gachagua is Uhuru Kenyatta is wrong, and the same people are saying that Rigathi Gachagua is wrong right now. People like Moses Kuria, people like Kimani Chungwa. Are you seeing? So that is number one. The second thing is this. The second thing, and the last one that I was thinking is that William Ruto looked at this thing in this perspective, that it will be very difficult to deal with Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta at the same time. Of course, Rigathi Gachagua was given opportunity to deputize William Ruto, simply because his purpose or his work was to deal with Uhuru Kenyatta. So the moment Rigathi Gachagua came out publicly to say that he wants to reconcile with Uhuru Kenyatta, he is asking for forgiveness, he wants Uhuru Kenyatta to help him so that they can unite the people of the mountain, Rigathi Gachagua sensed that it will be very difficult now to deal with these two people at the same time, because the person that I gave work to deal with the Uhuru Kenyatta is now finding ways to reconcile with him. So it will be difficult for me to deal with them too. So he's trying to call Uhuru Kenyatta so that he can talk Uhuru Kenyatta to handle Uhuru Kenyatta in a better way, and then remain with now Rigathi Gachagua as a person. Because we know very well that dealing with Rigathi Gachagua dealing with Rigiji will not be as easy as people think. But at the same time, it will not be difficult. Once Rigathi Gachagua agrees to comply, it will not be difficult. But if Rigathi Gachagua will make a mistake of complying with what William Ruto will tell him, it will be difficult for him to escape William Ruto's trap. Because right now he's working on how he can unite the people of the mountain. Now his focus should be, let me work on how we can unite these people so that we can form another party. So another reason as to why William Ruto decided to call Uhuru Kenyatta is, he felt like dealing with these two people at the same time is difficult. So let me deal with them one by one. And I start by calling Uhuru Kenyatta, because I know if I call him and we talk him, people will still see that there is nothing wrong, that right now I'm talking to Uhuru Kenyatta, and anything that I say will go as planned. The last thing is this. I think I said here yesterday that the UDA party, or for UDA party to continue in Mount Kenya, or for UDA party to garner some votes in Mount Kenya coming 2027, it will only be determined by what Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta will say. So the words of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, in terms of the unity of UDA party in Mount Kenya, will be determined by what Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta will say. Right now, Rigathi Gachagua is working on how he can unite with Uhuru Kenyatta, and is asking for Uhuru Kenyatta's forgiveness. So if by any chance Uhuru Kenyatta will come publicly and say that he has forgiven Rigathi Gachagua and is ready so that they can work together, that will be the end of UDA party in Mount Kenya. So the phone call can also be another way of maybe talking Uhuru Kenyatta not to reconcile with Rigathi Gachagua, because William Ruto knows very well that if these two people reconcile, and I really need the votes that comes from the mountain, then I will not succeed. My plan will not succeed. So that can also be another reason that for UDA party to continue being strong in Mount Kenya, it will need Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta not to say anything with Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know what you think. That is just my thought. I also like to listen to your comment at the comment section. But just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to take a minute, go to the subscription area. You click the subscribe button. You can also like and also share. As I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication. Please, you can also tell me you're watching us from. If you're within the country, you can tell me which country are you watching us from. And if you're outside the country, you can also tell me which country are you watching us from. And thank you very much for those who are giving us your support, because your support is really making this channel to grow at a very high speed. And until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Owino. Bye-bye.